Well, hello on this wonderful Monday. Okay, you're in the kitchen with me. Um, I decided to do a live. I'm not gonna be on here too long. I'm not gonna be trying to like make long uh, lives. I realize a lot of times people don't like watching the long ones. So what I'm doing is I'm about to cook my daughter some more fish. I typically don't eat fish, but she said she wanted some just because um she wanted. That don't mean I have to eat it. I just ate me a salad that had now I don't know about y'all. I don't like that gray stuff on my fish. So as much as possible I take it off. I have my fish over here soaking in some soaking in some vinegar and water, cold water that is. Mm-hmm. I have to make sure I set the do not disturb because I cannot stand for my phone to go off when I apparently it does this when I go live. I'm like, are you serious? It ain't been doing it. So okay. Welcome to my live. And on the menu today is fried fish, and then I have some potato salad. No, I didn't make it. My son works for Reese's company, and so that's the kind we have, and I love it. Even though I do know how to make it, but no, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and say, "Ooh, look what I done threw down in the kitchen making this potato salad." No, I did not. No, I did not. So I'm taking this silver stuff like this right here. Just about to show y'all real quick, fast and hurry. I do not like that on my fish. Mm-mm. So it's not too many pieces that have a lot of it on there. So I have a knife like this. I think it's a serratic knife. And I have a cutting board. And I'm scraping it off. And it's coming off quite fast. So once I get finished, I'm putting it back in the water, vinegar and cold water, that is. And then I'm going to rinse this off. And then I will be starting to fry. I have my oil already in the pan. I do not have it on just yet because I don't want to burn. So getting this stuff off. I don't know what it is. Slime. I call it slime, y'all. So come on through. Subscribe. Hit the notifications. I have my video timer, and I hope I'm doing it right. I'm still a little new to this YouTube stuff, but I appreciate any and everyone that subscribed to my channel. Comment down below if there's anything in particular that you would like for me to do, see. So far, I done did cooking vlogs, I done did shopping, I done did cleaning, and I like to put up a lot of motivational stuff, prayers and scriptures and stuff like that. But that's not what this channel is about, but it's about positive. That's what mine is about. So I think for the most part, a lot of us love to be positive, but also when I do my lives, I like to do story time. I'm scraping it into this right here. Hello. And so when I do story time, I tell things, leave the video, it could be about me, my life, and also I said I needed to come back on here and finish telling the story about one of my children that I help out a lot and what I'm in need of. And one will probably say, what do you do other than being on YouTube? Okay. If anyone would like to know what I do I can tell you that. I'm saying it right now. I sell jewelry. Okay? I sell jewelry. Business has been slow. Just keeping it real. Just recently, like within the last week or so, it's picking up a little bit, but not the way I want it to. Okay, so that's that. I sell and make candles, and I have sold quite a bit of candles. No, it's not booming like I want it to be, but hey, it beats just sitting on your butt, right? So I make candles. I'm self-employed, that is. Independent business consultant. I sell Paparazzi Jewelry. I've been with them since October 1928. Wait a minute, excuse me, I'm saying it wrong. I got an anniversary coming up. I just thought about that. On the 18th, which is tomorrow, I have what they call a Papaversary. So the anniversary, they said Papaversary. I've been with them, going on 6 years? 5 or 6 years. Since October the 18th, 2019. I always say that it's backwards, but since October the 18th, 2019, okay? Anybody knows, I know a lot of people know about paparazzi, okay? Christmas is coming up, and all these other holidays. I don't just say Christmas. I say any day is a holiday, if you ask me. When you're spending money, it is. Say, okay, pretty soon people ain't gonna be able to celebrate all these high costs and stuff going up and stuff. Ooh, I'm getting this off. And I think the best way to get it off is when you soaked it in some water or whatever. That's that slime stuff, that is, y'all. I do not like that on my fish. I sure don't like it on the freaking salmon. Why do they even cut it like that? They ought to. I know there's some places that sells it without it, but they have one at Aldi's. They have that big bag of salmon, and to me, it's kind of cheap for the price, like 10 something. But salmon is not cheap. I think it's that low of a price because, and if I'm talking loud, I'm sorry. I think it's that low of a price because I get excited. Because you got to clean the darn thing off. I do not like that. I'm looking at this right here. I do not like the silver stuff on the back. I don't care what kind of protein or whatever it might have in it. I don't want it. So, again, yes, I sell jewelry. I'm not trying to be all over the place. I'm just saying I'm telling some stories. I'm letting people know a little bit about me. Come on through the door. Share. Please share. Maybe I need to start doing commentaries. But I don't like doing that because I understand it's life. And I understand that you can get paid probably more doing it. But I know people pretty much like to bash you and come for you. But they like to bash and come for you regardless of what you do anymore. People just, I don't know. I don't even like saying the word haters. I don't even think that's the word for it either. I just think people ain't got nothing else better to do. And they just want to bash people for what they're doing. You taking all that energy and bashing someone. If you're doing something positive, can you show someone your technique? But oftentimes, that's what you call bullying. Oftentimes, when people do that, they ain't got nothing else constructive that they're doing. And they just don't want to see nobody progress. I'm for everyone. I ain't no hater. I'm not a jealous person. Everybody talks and say things, but I don't really talk about people. And if I talk about them, it's something they done did to me. And I don't like doing that because what is someone else going to be able to do? I look a little bit more presentable today. Yesterday, no, I didn't. But that's okay. I'm in my house. As long as I ain't walking across this screen looking all crazy and stuff. Okay, I use Louisiana catfish batter when I fry my fish. Yes, I do know about the cornmeal and all that stuff. I was raised up on it. My daddy is from Arkansas, and my grandmother used to cook fish all of the time. all the matter of fact, she didn't just cook it, she used to go fishing. And she used to take me and my older sister, we 10 months apart, and we used to go on that fishing bank. See, I'm going way back. Fishing bank, okay? And we'd be out there with her. And they said, if you could fish, you got patience. Me and my kid's father, he's from Florida. He's no longer living. And when we moved to Florida, we lived about 3 years. He's from Daytona. We used to live by St. Pete's, Tampa, and Hillsborough County area. And so I have this fish in this water. I'm about to, matter of fact, I got the strainer over here. So I'm about to drain it. I have a galley size kitchen, y'all, and it's only thus far room in here. Ooh, this fish is gonna be good and clean, y'all. Okay. So what I'm about to do is dry this out with a paper towel, and I'm about to put the fish in there, put some mustard. I'm about to turn the stove on right now too as well because I got the cooking oil in. Okay, I did that. Okay. Clean. Fish is clean as hell, y'all. Okay, so as I tell everybody, I have a towel on my door handle. So if one will probably say, if they see me, girl, you need to clean your hands again. My towel is on my door. You want to see it? I can show you that too. I'm not a liar. Mustard. I got some seasoning. Okay. Right chin. Right here. Seasoning or seasoning. Catfish batter, Louisiana. Okay. So let me mix this all up and wash my hands again. Cold water, soapy, washy. Wash my hands. Anything that you use for like, I could put on gloves, but honey, let me tell you something. My hands stay clean. I clean them too damn much. If that's a thing. Okay, I put some mustard, mixing it around. The fish, that is, in the mustard. Okay. It's catfish nuggets. I don't know why they call them nuggets because they just seem like they just cut up halfway and they full size pieces, but that's okay. So my daughter, she came over yesterday and she said, Mom, I think I want to, because she has allergies. Not putting her name out there, disclaimer. So she said, I think I want to try some fish. I said, okay. And I was going to do a grocery vlog anyways. So I said, you know what? I'm about to put the fish in here. I'm going to do it one at a time. And I do it like that because I don't want to overcrowd and I want to make sure all of it is coated. And so, being that she said that, I said, okay. I already had food in the cart. I shopped from 2 stores. One is called Price Choppers. If you wonder what's Price Chopper, it's a store we have on the Midwest. Okay, in the Midwest, it's like I think Florida is known for. Florida is known for like Publix, Albertsons, Winn-Dixie, and stuff like that. And I think Jersey's ShopRite or something like that. So we have here, Midwest, we have Hy-Vee, Hyvee, and we have Price Chopper. And with Price Chopper, they have a Price Chopper shopper card. So as I said yesterday, say for instance, if you go in the store and you want to get some eggs, And the eggs was $4.99, but they on sale for $3.99. So that minus $1, right? You go up to the cash register where you're about to check out at, you have a card and they scan it. And say, for instance, you still get a discount again. The way inflation is, if y'all don't have anything like that, or if you don't believe in using it, you better start, because stuff is high. I'm just saying. I'm going to see if this cooking oil, got to bring it up to temp. I got a thermometer, y'all. I sure do, because I make candles, but I have not for the food now. I have the candles. I have actually 3. One that I use for my candles, and then another one I can use for cooking, and then the other one I can use for candle or either cooking. But each one is for those individuals one. And so I'm trying to get some watch hours. So again, let me see. This is it. I'm not going to let this run long because I don't want it to be long. But anyhow, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna take a little bit of this caramel, and when I start seeing it foods up, some people put water. I don't do that. Or you could take like a skewer or a stick or something, wooden stick, and put it in there. But I just put a little bit of the caramel. And when I see it look like it's about to fry, I'm gonna turn this bad boy down to medium-high heat. I do not cook my food sky high. You bring it down once it gets a little hot. I don't like cooking and burning food and stuff. Okay, y'all. So it's ready to be put in there. The fish, that is. Take that back. No, it's not. I did another test on it. It's not quite yet ready. The hot oil. Let it get hot some more. Because if you don't, it'll make that stuff come off of it. I've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed lately. And I know what it is. I'm doing too much. I can't catch a break. And I think I'm trying to get caught up from my house. As I said, not my house, but the closet in my room where I have my clothes at, flooded. Okay? And so from September the 28th or 9th until even now, but it's getting better because they took and bought in 2 or 3, I think it was 3 dehumidifiers, 2 big ones and 1 small one. And then they came back in and bought an air purifier, and it was in my closet. And I took and closed the door because the dehumidifier, if anyone ever had witnessed this or experienced this, you can comment down below. It sucks all of the moisture out of your house and your soul. Okay? And I truly mean what I'm saying. It had my throat, my granddaughters. We thought we wasn't sick, but our head and nose was stuffy. It takes all of the moisture. So you know what I did? Even though I told them to, I let it run all night. But in the daytime, I couldn't do it. I know they're doing the job, and it's done. Because they bought 3 in, and then they bought an air quality purifier in. Honey, let me tell you, I'm not lying. Do another test, y'all. I couldn't do it. So, with all that being said, having no car, and I'm gonna tell you the ultimate thing. Are you ready for this? I shop online through Instacart, okay? I'm not complaining about Instacart because the service is wonderful. It's not the service, it's the people that works for the service. And that's what people need to realize. Like, ooh, they say this company sure is poor or piss poor. Now, what makes a company to me be piss poor or a certain way, that's my birds, y'all, is that they're being controlling, okay? They want me to put on the chirping. I just turned it off. I don't want all that while I'm, recording live. But again, like I said, like what makes me aggravated with companies is when they don't do nothing about it. For example, I paid for priority, which is $2. I don't have no problem with that. And I'm spending cash. Okay? Just recently, EBT, okay? But with myself, cash. Okay? So I'm saying that to say your income ratio and stuff goes up when you got multiple people in the household. Correct. So I say 2 hours. I mean, not 2 hours. I'm saying that wrong. $2. I don't have a problem. And so I'm on the line. I'm just letting you know because sometimes these kids just blurt out stuff, and I don't want her to end up saying something and be embarrassed. It ain't that she can't talk, but just don't say just anything. But anyhow, so enough of that. So I paid the $2 for priority, and it said the window forms them starting to shop was $2.50. This was yesterday, by the way. So I said, wait a minute. What might be small to someone, it's not small to me. I'm going to tell you why. We got to stop giving these companies that's multi-billionaire, billionaire companies. I'm talking too fast, y'all. Billionaire companies, let me slow down, excuses and rights to get over on how they treat us. So I'm saying that to say, I love the service companies, but if they working for Instacart and Instacart is charging you these service fees, you have every right to call them because that's what the service fees is for. You might not have to pay taxes because you're using food stamps, but you got to pay taxes. You got to pay cash or whatever when you tip it. And you might be tipping $5 and they say they're going to put a $16 hold, just example, more than that sometimes, on your card. And I'm saying to myself, what the heck? And so one time I feel like they got over on me because, say for instance, I know food prices changes and stuff like that. But again, if I'm using food stamps, there's no taxes on food stamps for those who don't know. Why is my service fees high? And I might not have nothing on there for us cash. Have I? Yes. But all the time, no. The most I get on all these for cash, for real, maybe toilet paper and paper towels. Everything else I go to either the $1.25 Century and Price Choppers. Matter of fact, they close by each other. That's the reason why I go to those two stores and I love them. I don't care. People say, Aldi's is cheap. Certain things, yes. They getting high too. You know, Aldi's is a German store, German based or whatever their company is. Didn't you know that? I'm telling you. So, but yeah, so I'm saying all this because people complain about things, about places, but they're not doing nothing to make it different or better for themselves. Like, yes, one would probably say, you been in that patio over $2? Like I told the lady yesterday, and I told the lady day before yesterday, typically I don't say nothing about it, but me and my daughter both talk. She works for Instacart, by the way. I ain't putting her name on here, but she does. And she does an amazing job for her customers. She told me why and how it works and all that. So anywho, she might have the same ones. And she told me why, how you do that too. And I must be good too, because there's a lot of shoppers that I have. I remember them and they remember me too. I'm gonna tell you how good I am. The lady told me yesterday, this is where the anxiety gets set in. I don't know if I said that earlier, but if I did, I'm catching back up. So the anxiety part sits in for me. That's why I said I gotta get a car. I can't keep doing this. I'm so serious. I cannot keep doing it. Think about it. If I keep catching the lift and the prices varies, then when I get to the store, I'm spending cash. So either way, spending cash with the Lyft or Instacart is taking my money, right? But sometimes I don't mind catching the Lyft because I'm looking for myself. I'm going for myself. I don't have no problem walking in the store. My problem is I have a bad back. Okay? I walk through the store. I'm a plus size woman. I don't sit down in a rider. When I was really, really big, I had to. Yes, I did. And so now, even the lady that's at the food bar, hot bar, whatever, where they sell like food, she remembers me from using the I don't know why they call it handicap rider. It's not handicap rider. You can have surgery or a bad back, like I said. It ain't that a person's disabled because they ride those things, and I'm not embarrassed. In fact, I was riding when I was with a man, okay? Because I injured myself on the job. I was disabled from my job because of it. I had workman's comp. They had the proof that it happened and everything. I was working CNA work in a home, and the wife was there too, and her husband. He was bed bound or confined to the bed, however you want to word it. And she was a little bitty old thing. She probably was on the line. She probably was 4 feet. And he looked to be every bit of maybe 6, 4, 5, maybe 7. And I'm tall, okay? But the point of what I'm trying to say is dead weight, okay? Dead weight. They didn't have a lift weight in there for me to do it. And I'm gonna tell you how much I took my patients' health and care for them and stuff. It was time for me to bathe the man. Now there's a certain way you can bathe and change them and stuff like that without looking at them. It takes a sick, perverted person if they want to watch somebody urine in the thing in the bed. You take a towel and you don't got to look at a person's private areas. And you put on gloves. It's not skin to skin when you have gloves on, okay? I want to take that man. He got in his wheelchair. I helped him to get in the shower. Now, this is where I could have really, really sued the company. This is my first time working with him. When you go and working at a person's home, client, patient, and that's even in a work establishment, and that was my work establishment. I did 12-hour shifts. I would have to work 12-hour shifts. I would have to be work 7 to 7. Now, this is crazy how it goes. I was a personal care aide too. So like, say for instance, Monday through Friday, I did CNA and PCA, okay? You can be both and you get paid for both. PCA is like cleaning the house and, light housekeeping. CNA is caring for the patient. I even ran out errands, and I would have to put my mileage start to when I go to the store and come back, the end mileage. And I got paid for that too. Yes, I did. And so, didn't nobody explain to me about the man's serious illness for real. They didn't. His wife didn't even say nothing. She was there. I don't think she really said anything because, to be honest with you, she probably thought they already filled me in. I'm just going to be honest. She probably thought they already filled me in on knowing what to do. And I'm just being honest on that tip. So, that was a bowl that had some oat oil, and I put it in my garbage right over here. And to cook some fish and some fresh oil. Okay, so she probably thought, like I was saying, They had already gave me the status of the person, the patient, what's wrong with them, the stats. One would call me. Honey, no, they didn't. And not only that, they didn't have the proper equipment. I went to, I'm getting to it. I went to lift that man to put him in that tub, and he almost fell. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Take the wheel. And then my mind said, oh no, So I broke his fall because he was off balance. I guess that's what you could call it. And I was able to put him back in the wheelchair. But in the midst of that, my back popped. Sometimes when you have injuries, you don't feel it right away. But luckily for me, his wife was there, and I called my job right away. Okay? So one would probably say, well, what's the proof? Well, the proof is I went to work one way and came out the other. And I went to the doctor. It took a long draw-out procedure. I had gotten workman's comp. This happened in 2002 or 2003, okay? Yeah, something like that. Because it was a whole year going on. Okay, so I got workman's comp, couldn't go to work, they couldn't fire me, and they can't fire you. When they thought that I was like okay to come back, they wanted to release me to get workman's comp. Well, I ended up getting a lawyer. True story. Because I'm not ready to go back to work. Y'all think it's a quick fix just because you got me home on some pain relievers and all this stuff like this here? No, I literally jacked myself up. I really did. And so, you thinking, let me put the rest of this fish in this batter over here. You thinking that you're going to shut me up. That's what it's the hush hush. No, baby. This right here is smart as hell. So, they couldn't fire me. They still couldn't fire me. But I couldn't go back to work either. And the workman's comp is, I guess, however long you get it. I forget. Times change. Everybody, a lot of people don't know what it is. Most jobs have them. Unless they just one of those jobs is just whatever. I don't know what to call it. But anywho, so I got a lawyer. And when I got this lawyer, I had to go to physical therapy. They said physical therapy is better than chiropractors. To each his own, whatever float people's boat. And loan. I think I went from 6 weeks to an extra 2 weeks. I even had a monitor that I had to put on my back, and it gave me like little, I guess you could kind of say shock waves or whatever. It was pads. And I had to do it because it was connected to where they could see if I was using it or not. Just like if you have a CPAP machine. Now they got these CPAP machines or whatever for sleep apnea or people that just have breathing problems, okay? That monitors you. They have discs in them, and they can tell you how often that you've been on it. And if you don't, it can be to the point to where you have to turn the machine in, and they can end up making a fly in here, getting on my nerves, end up making you pay for the equipment. So that's what kind of thing it was. It monitored me, so I couldn't lie and say I wore it, and I didn't. Okay, and so it did its thing, but it still messed me up. Not only on top of that, this is doing this thing, y'all. I'm gonna show you what it's looking like, okay? I'm running my mouth. Like I said, I always gotta tell a story when I'm cooking. Here we go. I'm about to show you what it's looking like. Okay. And this is catfish. And so I'm gonna sit down a tad bit, y'all. Because like I said, sometimes if I do sit down, I'm gonna be honest, it's because my back be bothering me. It's not because I'm lazy. I have my good days. You know that song? What is it? It's a spiritual song. There will be good days. Something like that. And bad days. I can sing it too. So yeah. Then not only that, before that happened in 1996, it was my mom, me, my sister, her three kids, and her friend. We was bringing my mom back to home because it was about 2 hours away from her. Me and my sister used to live 2 hours away from my mom, and she came to visit. We was bringing her back home. A semi truck. We was heading eastbound. He was heading west. At least we thought we was. He was. He ended up doing a U-turn, literally, in the middle of the damn highway. Outside. Forced us off the highway. And we went down an embankment. And God knows in heaven, we didn't know if we was going to die or not. I'm just being honest with you, because when you're going over an embankment, you don't know if it's a cliff. You don't know if it's water. You don't know how deep it is. How deep is your love? And so, it just so happened, a firefighter, his wife and mother and kids witnessed it. Okay. My mom was in the front seat in the passenger side. She's in heaven. Rest her soul. My sister under me, because I have two baby sisters. She was driving, and her baby girl, only daughter, rest her soul, she was sitting by me. I was in the middle. Everybody was in seatbelts, okay? And her friend was sitting, because she had a van and it had the front, middle, and the back. Her baby boy, the two youngest, was in car seats, and her oldest son, he was in the back too. We was all strapped. What happened to me was I was in the middle, my knees pressed up against the back of the seats, okay, and my neck kind of jerked a little bit or whatever. Hell, it must have been a lot, because I'm telling you that story. So my sister's friend had glass in her leg and on the side of her face, not deep down, but it went inside her face. And because the side view mirror to the sliding door that you open to the van broke. It came on me, but I didn't have nothing embedded in me, in my skin like her. But she was okay, but she did have some, she didn't have to have stitches, but had to get it taken out, of course. Baby, let me tell you, because I'm fast forwarding it. When I went home and they asked, did anybody want to go to the hospital? I felt fine. I'm just not lying. See, I'm being truthful. God sees all. But when I woke up the next morning from going to sleep that night, I couldn't move my neck. Mm-mm. I couldn't move it at all or at all. Okay, I'm being comical, but it's the truth. And my sister was to get on here; she'll confirm everything. So I ended up having to go to the emergency room, and they gave me a referral to go to a chiropractor. Y'all don't laugh at me when I tell you this. I went. Never been, they dealing with all your skeletal bones and, pressure points and all that stuff, right? That man popped my neck. I was laying on the table and he told me how he was going to do it and everything. And it was okay. I felt fine. Really, actually, I didn't feel it. Because I guess he knew what he was doing. I went home that evening and saw a movie where this man took and broke this man's neck. Now, mind you, I was in my, early 30s. I had to be about 30, 31 years old. So that was 27, 28 years ago. I went back to the chiropractor one more time, and after that, I remember I went next door because it was a cigarette shop, and it's around Christmas time. They had a 6 foot Christmas stocking, and they had to where you put your name in a box for a drawing. That's when I used to smoke. Tell me why I got home. I don't want to say it was the same day. Don't I ain't gonna quote myself on this because I don't remember the same day, that week, or whatever. But I end up winning that 6 foot Christmas stocking. I mean, it had so much good stuff in it. I mean, it wasn't like just thrown together and just cheap stuff. Really, they had lottery tickets and everything in there. I didn't go back to that chiropractor. Okay, so I started going to physical therapy. Excuse me, physical therapy, and I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay. Matter of fact, I got my thing on this tripod, and I'm gonna turn the phone away. I'm coughing this way, my hand's still there. Okay, so anywho, I'm not a nasty person. My granddaughter will tell you. I didn't go. It's time for me to check on that fish, though. I'm running my mouth, but I'm gonna check on my fish. Check on my fish. After I have washed my hands. Wash my hands. Soap here. Scrubby, scrubby, rubby, rubby. Okay? So, I went to physical therapy, and that was for about 6 to 8 weeks, okay? Now, this is where the gag is, and I feel so stupid. I never dealt with any type of injuries before. I'm pretty cautious. I don't mean to stutter. I can talk. Just I'm multitasking, like cooking and running my mouth. So anyhow, I'm cooking this catfish in the cast iron skillet, y'all. You can't get no better than that. Woo-wee! Lord indeed. So this is where it gets kind of messy. Okay. You know when you ride with somebody, there's life insurance or auto insurance. Let me go get some water because I keep lifting my lips and my mouth is dry. Hold on, y'all. I'm back. I gotta get my wawa. And so I have never dealt with anything dealing with insurance, right? Let me rinse this out real quick. And so, long story short, I did all that for nothing. Did nobody help me for telling me about insurance? I even uh, talked to, I guess you could say, advisory or somebody trying to find out what you can do, all that stuff, right? And I'm dead right honest. People act like they don't know things, and I didn't get paid. And I'm so serious. This is the honest to God truth. I did all of that. I should have been paid. I at least should have had a little bit of paper because I had did all this for nothing. Seriously. And like I said, I was about 29, 30-ish, honestly, years old. Never had to do nothing like that. And I understand people probably say, well, why you didn't investigate? I didn't think to do all that. I'm thinking like, okay, you riding in somebody's vehicle, honestly. I didn't say it was nobody's fault now. Disclaimer. And they got an insurance. The police should have, I don't know what they did to my sister because I'm not going to even lie and say if they took it down the police report or anything because they let the driver go. And it was a semi truck. And I'm so serious they did. I ain't saying they didn't give him a ticket. I don't even know if they did or not because I wasn't there when he was talking to the man, but I know the people in the back of us for a fact spoke on our behalf. What he saw, there was just a firefighter. Yes, there was firefighter. He was a firefighter. Let me say it like that. And he had his mom, wife, and I don't know how many kids on the line in the vehicle with him. So I'm saying all that to say, if you don't know, I'm wiser now, y'all. That don't mean I was dumb. I'm wiser. I can tell a lot of people things that I know about insurance. I tell you that. Even like if you did an accident in the state in which I live, if it's over, I think it's 1,500. I want to say they consider that a total loss. Yes, so serious. So like I said, I didn't know what the heck to do. Never done that before or done it before, and it was all like I said in a serious situation of I'm about to take the fish out. It's a serious situation that happened, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I did go to a lawyer. Matter of fact, I went to a lawyer not too far from where my kid's daddy ended up moving to when they was kids, and it was supposed to be one of the top-notch lawyers. So here I am thinking now, like, you can go and talk to somebody for free. Hmm. I'm gonna come back on. I'm in this live and come back on. Okay. I don't really want to keep making too many long lives because I was reading and looking up on stuff, and they said, I'm new to the YouTube street, but I do know to say this: hit the like button, subscribe, set your notification, and comment. Okay. Have a good day. Uh-uh.